Hello, this is an S&P 500 E-mini futures technical analysis looking at the weekly time frame. I'd like to show a very clear and simplified picture without a lot of indicators. I can throw on a lot of indicators on this chart, and some may be great, but I'd like to provide a simple view, and I'd like to try to decrypt the story that the S&P 500 is telling us. So on the weekly time frame, we can see that basically we had the price went down below the low of the previous week, and also below this black line, which is a 20 EMA, again on the weekly time frame. And when something like this happens, there's traders here that had stops below the low of the previous week, and some also low below the 20 EMA. And these longs, these previous longs, they get or buy and holders or holders, they get stopped out, as well as other bears are motivated to go short, and then they are trapped. So we have a nice two wicks on these 2 weeks. Uh, and we had a pretty good close near the open of the previous week. And this sort of action of piercing and trapping the bears is bullish. So the next uh, price that I'm looking at, and again, it may be this week, it may be next week, it might not be at all if I'm wrong, but this is what I'm looking at. That's for your consideration. I'm sharing my opinion. And so I'm looking at the high of here of this September 12th weekly candle, which is also this high. So we have a resistance here, and that's at 4,242. But just to take a bit of spare, because we have another round number that's been tested a few times and not really conquered well at 4,200. And in conquered, I mean we haven't had a weekly candle close at it or above it basically since August 2022. Then I think that's what's coming next. And for those that are looking to find a line in the sand where that premise might change, definitely a close of a weekly candle below this 20 EMA, which is currently at 4,081.25, is a definite sign that the bull case is over. So this is a very simplified picture that shows you why and where are we going. Uh, those that are looking to get into the action, actually, we have to look now at the daily. But before I do that, I'd also like to show you a regression trend and take it from this pivot low, which is the low of 2022 in October. And I'm putting it on 2 standard deviation, as you can see on TradingView, the upper and the lower deviation. And this means that it's mapping out a general trend of the price and where price has been trading during 2 standard deviation, so 68% of the time. And we see this general channel. We also see that we're now closing at this green part, which is more for the bulls. And it looks like we might even later test this 4,300 and a bit even more than that. And we have, don't forget this high. We're actually looking more of the closes at 4,300 and around 50. We'll have to see about that. That's still far, but again, we're looking at 4,200 as the next immediate target. Now, for those that want to look for how, if and when to join the ride, let's get rid of this regression channel. They could possibly look for a retest at around 4,130 which is close to the EMA 20. Okay, again, in a very simplified form. Those that want to choose a different indicators and timeframes to join, possibly at their discretion, the bullish ride to 4,200, then they can do that at their discretion. This is just a general orientation that 4,000, if price does retrace to 4,129, 130, note that it might rise a bit because price has been rising, so it can also get updated to 4131, etc. You'll have to bring it out on the daily time frame on your own chart and check it out. That would definitely be a good, for me, a bet to go long. Uh, Choose your stop. It could be just according to this gap over here, so just below, definitely before 4,001, 4,100 for those that are looking for a swing long, and then even then, I mean that's a distant long for day traders, but just for orientation for swing traders, they can still take a stop below the 4,100, let's say 4,096, and go for the 4,200 um, profit. And let's see the reward versus risk that provides. And it's over a 2 for 1. So it's a very legitimate long. Again, if you catch the entry at 4,130, and again, this is an orientation just to show you that this is a very legit and fair trade for possible bulls looking to join, and those that are saying, okay, I mean, am I late after the Friday rally? After 1.83% up, I don't want to join late and then uh, um, be disappointed. So I'm looking for a retracement, and those are the areas that I would be looking at. So in summary, uh, continuing to be bullish until 4,200, and we'll see what happens there. Do trade at your own risk. Return to Forex Live for additional views and perspectives, and have a good week. Thank you.